the River Rhine, between Mannheim and Ludwigshafen. These river banks are home to several large chemical companies that look back on more than 100 years of industrial history. Like this water treatment plant and old steam turbine. Since the late 1800s, 3 companies located in the Ludwigshafen Industrial Park have been producing important raw materials for the chemical, pharmaceutical, and fertilizer industries. And that requires water and energy in the form of steam and electricity. That's why in 2002, an energy provider invested in a combined cycle gas turbine plant, or CCGT.
We produce electricity and heat here on location with our CCGT plant. That allows us to serve our customers from here. Along with the energy we produce, we also acquire natural gas on the marketplace, offering our customers an entire range of energy supply within the framework of contracting.
In a special turbine, gas burning under high pressure produces 8 megawatts of electricity. Heat from the gas turbine's exhaust then produces steam in an adjacent chamber. This, in turn, drives a modern steam turbine that produces an additional 4 megawatts of power. Afterwards, the steam maintains more than 3 bar of pressure and a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius. That makes it a useful energy carrier for further industrial processes. The power plant's combination of gas and steam turbines puts the potential energy of natural gas to optimal use. The operator of this efficient power plant provides nearby businesses with energy in the form of electricity and steam through special energy contracting. In addition, the operator supplies his contract partners with natural gas. But that's not all. Water is another important raw material used in the chemical park. Each year, 5 million cubic meters of it are drawn directly from the Rhine. Water flows over a waterworks into a modern, centrally located water treatment plant. This is where sedimentation filters, multi-layer filters with activated carbon, and special ion exchangers purify the water. The result is decarbonated water as well as fully desalinated water. If treated water from the Rhine wasn't available to the companies in the chemical park, they'd have to obtain more than 100 million liters of drinking water a year from public utility companies. The utilities carry out a complicated procedure to obtain drinking water. But the companies still couldn't use it directly for their own purposes without further treatment. That means companies save money on drinking water and complicated procedures by using surface water from the Rhine and the contractor's local water treatment. The Almatis company is an important customer of the energy supplier. In a 60-meter-long rotary kiln, the firm produces an aluminum oxide-based product used in scouring and polishing agents as well as in fireproof materials. First, the company purifies the aluminum oxide powder. Since it was previously treated with hydrochloric acid, the engineers need fully desalinated water obtained from the contractor. Afterwards, a conveyor carries the purified raw material to the rotary kiln. Inside the kiln, the powder is hardened at around 1500 degrees. The 600-ton rotor turns 1.5 times per minute. Until 2001, an oil burner provided the necessary heat for the kiln. After consulting with the contractor, the company now uses a gas burner which releases far less exhaust. That reduces the amount of pollutants that flow into the kiln, and that improves the process. The powder is now very fine-grained with a porous surface. The rotor's slight angle and rotation draw the powder towards the flame. The extreme heat leads to greater crystal growth, making the aluminum oxide less fine-grained and giving it a smoother surface. Now the material almost has the hardness of diamonds. That makes it a suitable scouring agent in toothpaste, as well as a heavy-duty substance for isolators and fireproof materials. Fumes from the kiln, however, contain a lot of moisture and a high concentration of dust. That requires a special unit to clean the exhaust. The fumes flow through a special filter that collects the particles. But the fumes aren't allowed to cool too quickly. Otherwise, moisture condensates, creating large amounts of condensed water that disturbs the cleaning process. Just a few years ago, the necessary heat was provided by electric heaters. Now, with the help of the contractor, hot steam from the CCGT plant prevents the moisture from condensating. And it's produced far more efficiently than electricity. The contractor not only provides the companies with water, gas, and steam, he also optimizes the energy use of each individual technical process.
Every process can be simplified or made far more efficient. We continue to economize by using steam and natural gas, and it's not just a one-off effect. It continues over the years. We also optimize by using less gas over the years, and the whole transition from oil to gas gives us a permanent advantage.
Contracting saves the companies in Ludwigshafen up to 30% on energy costs. And they remain owners of the energy technology within the companies, as well as the supply network inside the industrial park. Only the power and steam producing facilities and the water treatment plant belong to the contractor. There are other forms of energy contracting as well, providing even more benefits.
Direct access to wholesale markets allows us to buy natural gas and electricity at optimal prices, while at the same time selling the electricity we produce in our power plant regardless of what our customers are producing.
There's a difference between the Mannheim energy provider's own power production and the demand for electric power on location. That means power from the CCGT plant flows into the open network and is traded on the European Energy Exchange in Leipzig. It'll be sold on the market to the highest bidder. Aside from that, the contractor buys electricity for his customers on the exchange. Large volume purchases allow the energy provider to get better deals on the market than any single company could. That's also true of natural gas purchased economically for the entire industrial park on a long-term basis. The contractor's ability to produce electricity on short notice creates further advantages on the open network. In the coming years, more and more electricity will be produced from renewable energy sources. But if the sun isn't shining and the wind dies down, the power plant can quickly feed electricity into the grid to ensure further supply. In this way, contracting also supports the growth of renewable energy. Providing energy at low prices, optimizing the industrial process, and creating positive effects for the power network. A contractor acts as an energy expert on location, providing valuable resources that individual companies have little access to on the free market, far beyond the banks of the River Rhine.